Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we'll be making this beautiful Asoke Bubu gown. It's very easy to make. It's our normal regular Bubu. To all our subscribers, we want to say thank you very much. And if you haven't subscribed, please like and subscribe to our channel. Come along, let's dive into it. First, we'll be working on the Bubu. You fold your fabric into 4 places. After folding it into 4 places, we have the front and the back. You work on the length of the dress. So the total length I'm using is 58 inches. I went ahead and marked that 58 inches. After getting your length, you work on your shoulder. So the shoulder, I use 23 inches, just the length of my fabric, and I marked it. After marking it, I came down by 12 inches. So I use 12 inches because we have 1 inch for slope, okay, the shoulder slope. So that was the reason why I used 12 inches. So the length of the sleeve is 11 plus that 1 inch for shoulder slope makes it 12 inches. So you can draw a straight line to connect from that 1 inch that we came down with. You can draw a straight line, but I won't be connecting it now. I'll be connecting it later. So from there, I went ahead and I came down by 30 inches. So from your shoulder to that 30 inches, you just mark it, okay? So after marking it, I use my ruler to connect the lines together. I'm just trying to get a straight line. From that place, you go ahead and connect that 12 inches that you mark for the sleeve. After marking it, take your ruler and draw a straight line across. Just draw a straight line across on the 30 inches. After you've drawn the straight line on that 30 inches, from that line, come down by 10 inches and draw a straight line across it. That 10 inches, just draw a straight line. I noticed that the 10 inches that I marked earlier was a bit too down, low, very close to the line. So I had to add 4 inches. So to get your measurement, divide your hip measurement by 4 and insert it. So whatever I had for my hip, I inserted it and add extra 5 inches to it. So I connect it to that 4 inch that I went up with. So you do the same thing and connect it. So after doing that, I drew a straight line down. What I had on my hip, I marked it on the line. And after doing that also, I went ahead and I connected the cowl effect. So you just give it a slant curve. The curve starts from the 4 inches that went up in. So you just slant it and curve it all the way down to the 12 inches that we have for the armhole. For the armhole, I came in by 2 inches and I also give it a curve. Just connect the curves together. So that's basically it for the cowl effect. The next thing you're going to do is connect your shoulder slope to your neckline. After connecting it, we are going to mark the neckline for the front and the back together. So that's for basically for the back. So I came down by 2 inches and I went in by 4 inches, and you connect it with your curve ruler. So connect it and cut it out. We are basically done with the first stage of the bubble. So you cut it out and cut the shoulder slope area and also the car effect area, the side. So cut everything out and we'll separate the back from the front. I'm done cutting it and this is how it looks. So we are going to separate the back piece from the front piece. So we'll be keeping the back piece and working on the front piece. So for the front neckline, I came down by 5.5 inches, connect it to the 4-inch and cut it out. After cutting it out, this is the Asoke I'm using. I went ahead and joined the Asoke together. So I used just that one piece that I got. I got 3 pieces because we'll be making Zara cap for the dress. So place the Asoke underneath the dress and you are going to cut it out. You are going to cut out the neckline. Remember, the neckline is for the Asoke. And before doing that, open up the middle of your dress before cutting it out for that slit. So you open it up before you cut out the neckline for the slit. So cut out the Asoke. I'm sorry about that. I've already opened up my... When you're done with the neckline, you come over to the place you want your slit to stop. So that 4-inch that I went earlier, that's where the design will stop, and that's where my slit is going to begin. So you just mark it and give it a notch. Mark it and notch it so that you'll be able to remember where your slit is starting from and where the Asoke design will start from. So for the slit, you use your interlocking machine to lock the middle of it and use 1/2 inch. So this is the design for our front piece, and we'll be using the Asoke for turning off the dress. After getting all those other parts, we'll be designing the Asoke right now. So I went ahead and I marked the length I want to start the curve from. I use 10 inches. You can use 6 inches or 5 inches. It depends on how you want to start it. And I came in by 5 inches and connected it with a straight line. Okay, so that 5 inches now, I'm going to use my curve ruler and connect with the that straight part of the curve ruler and give it a bit of a curve on both sides like a triangle. I'm just going to create my own design for it. So on this part, you can design however you want it to be. You can give it your own design. It must not necessarily be the same design. You can just work on it. Be creative, guys. So I went ahead and cut it out using the pattern of the Asoke. So I just used the line that I have on the Asoke to give it my own design. So guys, this is the neckline. We are going to open it up and I'm going to show you how it looks before we join it. Before joining the Asoke to your dress, you fold it in with 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch. Just be very careful. You see what I'm doing. So that was basically what I did. Then I'm going to use it to turn out the neckline. So this is the front area of the neckline. I've ironed it up so that it will be looking very smooth and easy to work with. And this is the Asoke. So you are going to also iron the Asoke. Open it up at the middle and take your pressing iron and iron it out so that it will stay very, very well to be very flat. Turn your fabric over to the back side and the Asoke, you'll be placing the front side of the Asoke to the back side of your dress. So that's what we'll be using for our neckline. So stitch it round and I'm going to show you what to do next. After stitching it, I went ahead and gave it a notch. Then after notching it, I also went ahead and cut out the excess of the fabric so that it will be very small and neat down there. So I cut it out. We'll be top stitching on the fabric area. Okay, so top stitch it round and iron it. This is it after stitching it. So this is my neckline and this is the front piece. I've gone ahead and stitched the sides together. So do the same thing for yours. And for this bottom part, you are going to just fold it in. After folding it in, I am not stitching it. I'll just start stitching everything together. Use your pressing iron to iron it for that smooth effect. After ironing it, take it to your sewing machine and stitch it to your fabric, okay, from the shoulder down to the other shoulder. I'm done stitching it and this is how it looks, so I'm just going to iron it. Be very careful, don't drag the iron when you are ironing it. I ironed the slit area also. Go ahead and keep the front piece. Let's work on the back piece. For the back, we are going to be cutting out the back neckline. So I took a piece of my fabric and place it underneath the back and cut it out. So that's what we'll be using to turn out the back. So I went ahead and I cut it to a very little shape. You can hem the bottom part of it, but I'll be using my interlocking machine, then hemming it later. So place the piece that you cut out on the back and do the same thing. Turn it, and you know how to turn your back, okay? So turn it, notch it, and also top stitch. I'm done with the back and I'm going to place the back piece and place the front piece together. We'll be using the back interfacing to turn out the dress. So you place the front and the back together, and that interfacing, that lining piece, pin it on top of the front piece. Can you see what I just did? So do exactly what I'm doing, and you are going to have a neat work on that shoulder area. So pin it up and stitch it together. Do the same thing for the other side. This is it after stitching. I've joined the shoulders together and this is how it looks. So you see the inside is very neat. You are just going to use your interlocking machine and iron it up, okay? So I'm done with the neckline. We'll be going over to the sleeve area. So iron up your neckline. For the sleeve, measure out your sleeve area and whatever you have, you are going to cut at 5 inches. So after cutting it out, you're also going to fold one side of the 5 inches and iron it in with half an inch. So that was basically what I did. I cut out 5 inches and the length was, after folding into 2, I had 2.5 inches. So this is it. You're going to place it at the back. So we'll be turning it from the back to the front. You iron it up so that you'll be able to get it accurately. So pin it up and stitch it. So you'll be stitching it on the back, then you flip it over to the front and top stitch. So do the same thing for the other side of your sleeve. So see what I'm doing, just do the same thing for yours. I've stitched it up. This is what it looks like after stitching and ironing. So you are going to take it and you are going to join the sides together. So you can use half an inch for joining or 1 inch. I use 1 inch for mine. So I went ahead and joined the sides together. After joining the sides together, you're done with your dress. This is it after joining the sides and the sleeve and every other area of our dress. So this middle part of the Asoke has buttons. So you'll be using your fabric to do the buttons, okay? And place it at the midpoint of the Asoke. I wasn't able to do that while making the video. Do it and add it to your dress. This is the car effect and I'm loving the outcome of the dress. It's so pretty. So this is it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching today's tutorial. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye, guys.